So Lindsey comes in as a freshman, and one of my favorite memories of Lindsey on the field was playing against LSU on their home field. We had Laura Ricciardoni on the mound, we had Katie Appleby behind the plate. They're ranked 25th in the country, and we're 0-0, and we're heading into extra innings. Katie comes to me and says, "My arm's dead, like I can't throw." And I didn't hesitate, and I immediately said, "Lindsey, grab your gear, you're going in."
I just remember I was in the dugout, and I heard Coach like, "Lindsey, get your gear on." I was like, oh no, because it was pretty nerve-wracking.
She grabs her stuff, she jumps into this game, she's catching, one of the best pitchers Harvard's had in a huge game, in a huge stadium, and doesn't miss a beat.
So my sophomore year, I had hip surgery, and I came back catching for my sophomore season, and I caught a few games, but I kept having really bad hip pain even after my first surgery. So I had a second surgery junior year, and wasn't able to return to catching.
We sat down and I said, "Lindsey, look, you've had 2 surgeries, you've missed 2 years of softball, you're really committed academically, you're doing all this lab work." I said, I would understand if you need to make a decision, you need to commit to that lab work and not try to come back 100% with a team. And she said, "Absolutely not. I'm committed to the team. I want to be a part of this program in any way I can."
Lindsey's a fighter. She has done everything possible to try to help Harvard softball, and that's a really big motto for us.
I think it was upsetting in so many ways that she couldn't play in the way that she wanted to play. But I think at the same time, it probably getting injured and having to take that time off and relaxing a bit from softball probably allowed her to explore her research in a little bit of a different way, maybe a more intense way. I started as her academic advisor in HEB. And so, when the students come as sophomores, they sign up for a concentration. I remember she was super excited about HEB. It was kind of like she'd found the perfect major for her. She got super into it. She just loved working with data. And so she ended up doing this project where she looked at data on male chimpanzees and paternity, and whether fathers, even though they don't know who their babies are, whether they're maybe biasing their behavior towards them in some way.
Well, my thesis is called The Behavioral Correlates of Aging in Male Chimpanzees. So Harvard has a field site in Uganda where they basically follow around wild chimpanzees every day and take down data on what they're eating, what they're doing, what other chimpanzees they're interacting with. And so I used 21 years of that data in my thesis. So basically, I looked at all of their behaviors and how their social relationships are changing with age.
I mean, I think that she spent more time on this than any student I've ever had on a thesis. Probably more work than most master's students put into their theses.
I think a really big part of it was how supportive the coaching staff was. They were always really interested in what I was doing. They always asked me about it, asked me how it was going and how I was doing with the time management. I think that really helped, having their support.
We supported her in any way we could because she was giving whatever she could to the team, and how could you not support that?